Alright, so I don't really know how to start this story off, but I guess here goes nothing. So as a black man, I've experienced my fair share of racism, just like any other black man or woman. I've been called the N-word, in person and especially on the internet. I feel like the internet, video games, all that type of stuff, people love to talk reckless on there because they know there's nothing you can do about it. But, a lot of those people would never say the things that they say if they were to actually meet those people in real life. So I don't really let that faze me anymore. But, I've been called all types of names. I've been the subject of many racist jokes over my lifetime. And most of the people making those jokes didn't really have ill will or ill intent. They just might have been in bad taste, but some of them were definitely designed to shatter my self-esteem. And, luckily for me, I've always taken pride in being black. That's one thing. No matter how far my confidence fell, I've always been confident in my race, being black, being Asian. I take pride in that. It's a big part of who I am. But of course, with that comes that baggage that we have to deal with, and I feel like as a YouTuber, it's my responsibility to use my platform to share my story, just to spread more awareness that things like this really do happen. So this story takes place when I was in the 6th grade. So I was like 11 or 12. So me and my friend, who was in 7th grade at the time, and he's also black, but me and my friend were hanging out in front of the school that we went to. Not the middle school that we went to, but the elementary school that we had went to, because we both live really close to it. And it's in a predominantly white area, but, that was just our hangout spot, like all throughout middle school. So, we were just hanging out in front of the school. It was probably summer during this time. I know that, school wasn't in session at the time. There were no cars in the parking lot. We were the only people there, and we were literally doing nothing. Like, we were just sitting there talking. And all of a sudden, this police car pulls up to us. Now, the way that the school is situated, like, there's a parking lot, there's the street, and then there's the school over here. So the cop had to, enter into the parking lot and, basically make an effort to get over to where we were. And, he pulls up to us, he rolls down his windows, and he asked us, what are you guys doing? And, me just being me, I don't know what inspired me to do this, but I just started, speaking in Ebonics to him. So I think I said something like, yo, dog, we just chilling, or, something like that. Something stupid. But, he drove off. I guess he saw that we were 2 kids. When it happened, I didn't really make much of what had actually occurred because, I was 11. I didn't really understand the significance of what had actually taken place. But as I've gotten older, I often wonder if we were 2 white kids, would he still have done the same thing? Would he still have pulled up to us, to see what we were doing? And, I honestly don't have an answer to that question. I think I'll let you guys be the judge of that. This is actually something that I had kind of forgotten about, but I think subconsciously, since I was so young, it kind of shaped the way that I viewed police. Like, to this day, I'm still very uncomfortable around police. Even if I'm just driving and a police car is next to me. And, I might not even be doing anything wrong, but I still feel uncomfortable. I feel like, all policemen are always watching me at all times. I kind of thought that that was a normal feeling, but, I'm starting to realize that that's not normal at all. Whenever you are around police, you're supposed to feel protected, not scared or threatened. So, that's something that I'm trying to work on within myself. But, I feel like in light of recent events, it's my responsibility to share my story. I did do a spoken word, but I wanted to get a little more personal. But if you haven't watched the spoken word, you can go ahead and watch that as well, and you can hear more about my perspective on the protests and all that type of stuff. But yeah, if you have a story similar to this or any other thoughts, drop them in the comments below. If you go to a protest, don't loot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe.